Sometimes it's just fitting when I'm at a Chicago scene segment. I'm here at the Brewed Coffee on this rainy day, and it's a perfect day to snuggle up, watch some movies, especially horror movies. And that's what this place is. It's themed all horror movies. Even the name of the place is a play on words. It's here in the Avondale neighborhood, just opened by three friends, and it's connected to a record store as well. Same owners, and they all work together. It's everything from your childhood that you love and more. And that is the Chicago scene today at the Brewed Coffee House here in the Avondale neighborhood. All right, so I'm inside the Brewed, a new place here in the Avondale neighborhood, and I'm here with three folks that run the whole thing. I got Nick, and go down the line there, sir.
Jason
and Jen, right?
Jen, yeah.
So the three of you own and run this place. I mean, how do three people come together to own one place? And I think two of you are related, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yeah, Jen and I are related by law. We're married.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have said. I meant related as family.
Yeah, we are. We're married 10 years this fall, and we know Jason through some work history.
and we're related by law now, contractually.
Oh well, yeah, technically
you're all related.
we are.
You own this place, right?
The government thinks we're all related.
So the new coffee shop here in Avondale, this is a little bit of a labor of love, right? With you guys, just kind of getting this started with first the record store, Bric-A-Brac, and then this is connected to that. So this whole experience. And Nick, you were talking earlier, this might be coined as Elvira's Playhouse, a little tongue-in-cheek, a little fun. It's not over the top, what people might think if they hear something with horror movies and the love of coffee and the whole thing. But why don't you give any of you guys can really give the explanation of what it is to come here and the vibe and the experience that people might have.
I mean, we obviously are huge fans of the genre. Maybe not everybody is, and we
Understand that?
We understand that, and we're certainly not here to turn anybody off, but maybe ease people into some appreciation if they're new to the genre. And if you're a diehard, then you will be just as at home. We've got lots of original movie posters, collectibles on display, movie references, as well as some movies for sale, and plenty of tongue-in-cheek nods on the menu as well.
Jen, what's your favorite thing in the place?
Oh.
Not to put you on the spot or anything, but go for it.
Yeah, I think maybe these Thai movie posters that we have actually right here, because I feel like it was important for me to have like more international representation. So we have like some foreign films as well as U.S. horror movies.
And for people who are coming here who are thinking, man, like the entrepreneurship of opening a coffee house after a record store, that's got to be something of an undertaking to happen. And when I walked in, both of you guys were up there on the counter making coffees. Was that a hard adjustment to do or to start up?
Yeah, I'm sort of record store Jason. I'm a DJ, so like mornings have been a weird situation to do, but we're finding our way.
What's the biggest surprise that you guys have seen in terms of just from the record business to the coffee house business? Like, what's something that you're like, oh, I didn't think that would be a thing, but that's a thing and that's fun, or anything like that?
Lavender lattes. That's
I told you.
That was not something I was prepared for the popularity of, but we're here for it. So if you're a lavender fan, we've got it on the menu.
Come get a fog.
Come get a London fog, or
you got other drinks, right, that are themed from horror movies or supernatural movies, like the fire starter, right?
Yeah, our signature beverage. We partnered with a local syrup maker, flavor syrup maker, Joe Snow, to design this flavor syrup that's got an ancho chili and red pepper flake, as well as a tangerine extract
And some cinnamon.
And a little cinnamon. So it's spicy, a little sweet. The idea is Tangerine Dream did the score for the movie The Firestarter, so that's the citrus element is kind of a deep reference to that. But if you don't get it, it's still just as delicious.
Still a delicious latte.
And you have a homage to, as you said, the Godfather in the back there with the Brewed poster behind the counter. Why don't you guys explain what that is for people who might not know, but maybe want to know?
Sure. David Cronenberg is the director. He did Videodrome and obviously The Brewed.
The Fly,
The
maybe.
Fly, yeah, that's probably the most popular one.
Jeff Goldblum, The Fly.
Yeah. So The Brewed is posted up on the wall there. We're the Brewed, like Brewed Coffee. It's a play on The Brewed. An evil children movie.
So, and I gotta ask, just with the whole evil horror movie posters strung out about, and then the not so scary ones, but just the genre in general, what made that be the theme of this place?
Well, honestly, it was just kind of an excuse to show off all our personal stuff.
That's the best one I've heard.
Yeah, lots of. I'm pretty addicted to posters, so this is maybe a bit of an enabling venture.
It's
but
an extension of you.
Yeah, it gives a legitimacy to my addiction. So we'll be rotating a lot of the posters to kind of showcase different movies and different regions of the world, and then our display cases with collectibles will be rotating.
Now I have floor space at home because I put everything in here.
Yeah.
I guess that is definitely a bonus for sure. And some of the stuff in the cases are pretty awesome things, and it makes it pretty clear that it's not for sale. It's to show off, because it is your labor of love being on full display, right?
Yep.
It's kind of like what you've been collecting since you were a kid.
I mean, Jason's got his childhood gizmo from Gremlins in the display case, and we've just always been big collectors. So another excuse to keep going.
And you do have things going on with the community. You mentioned before we were on camera here that you do stuff with the music box. Why don't you explain that little process and how people can get more involved with what you guys do here with the record store and the coffee shop?
So actually last summer we kind of had our very first public event with the Brewed. We did a screening at the Music Box of Ghost Snatchers, which we actually have a poster of here on display. And Music Box is just one of our favorite parts of the city, something that makes Chicago awesome. And we've worked with them in the past through the record store, doing partnership screenings and vending at some of their horror movie specific events. Every year there's a 24-hour horror movie marathon, and Bric-A-Brac will always have a table there. And this last fall, the Brewed had a set up there at sort of our introduction to people. So we look forward to continuing that partnership and keeping it local.
And people can come here, have a cup of coffee, and then go next door to the record store. And if people haven't been, you also mentioned a descriptor of it. Why don't you give people the vibe of the record store in relation to the coffee house?
So Bric-A-Brac is pretty overtly inspired by Pee-wee's Playhouse, which was the Elvira nod there. They are pretty closely tied in pop culture and in aesthetic. Pee-wee obviously is more child-friendly, but also adult-friendly.
The OG PJ.
Yeah. Very bizarre, kind of off the wall, but very colorful. And Bric-A-Brac certainly borrowed a lot of those elements from the show, and just adding something to the experience of being in a record store or being in a coffee shop, just a little something extra.
Is there something specific that you guys carry that maybe other record stores don't because of the theme of the store, or is there something you focus on more than others?
Well, I mean, Bric-A-Brac is a record and a collectible, like toy store, vintage toys, mostly 80s and 90s stuff. So if you've got
all the best stuff,
if you've got anything you're looking to sell, we're always buying. Awesome. Records or toys. I think we're kind of unique in the combination of those things. Chicago's got a great record store scene. It's got a great toy store scene.
And now it's got a great horror theme, at least in the Avondale neighborhood. It's becoming like the mecca of Chicago. To find those, for a lot of people who finally say, I found my people, because we've been scattered throughout since the end of the horror movie heyday of the 80s, where you just find these random collectors throughout different things that you find in your life. But it's cool to see it all kind of, just showing up here in Avondale. It's pretty great.
Yeah, we're happy to be at home for that. So.
Absolutely. For people who want to learn more about what you guys do, is there social media handles they should follow or a website they should go to?
We're at The Brewed, BREWED, on Instagram and Twitter. The website is just thebrewedcoffee.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you all very much. I wish you nothing but the best, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. All right, there you have it. The Brewed Coffee Shop here in the Avondale neighborhood, TBARNAS at WGNTV.com. If you have a suggestion for the Chicago scene, that's tbarnes at WGNTV.com. We'll see you later.